Hey everyone, Reid Henrichs with Valor. Today's video I'm going to talk about the life lessons I passed on to my students. Let's go ahead and get started. If you're new to the channel, or even if you've been following the channel for a long time, one thing a lot of people don't know is that I was a high school teacher. I taught public school and I taught for 3 years, and it was a very rewarding experience for me. Had a great group of students. I had forced myself to have to listen to what they were saying, and that may sound weird or that may sound a little callous, but let's face it here, a lot of people are programmed more to themselves as opposed to others. But teaching really helped me think about other people's lives and help me think about other people's issues and how they're perceiving things. I mean, there are many days when students would come in after school into the classroom, or they would, after school want to talk for 5-10 minutes about a situation that they were having. I've stayed in contact with quite a few of them over the years, and they're all doing great. But you'd be amazed at how many people out there just don't have anybody to talk to, or at least they believe that they have nobody else to talk to. So being able to listen, that was another skill that really has been unbelievably beneficial, not only to my profession, but to the students' lives, not only in high school, but here at Valor Ridge. This video isn't about firearms or politics or anything like that. This is just about life. And sometimes we gotta, just think about what life is. What constitutes the vast majority of life. Life isn't one big crisis. Life isn't one big political election. Life isn't, constantly thinking about deadly force. That's not what life is. I mean, life is like 96% other stuff, 97% other stuff. And the biggest things that I really always told my students, and this is the meat and the potatoes of the video here, the things that I always told my students, I always told them 3 things. I said, number one, we're a republic, okay? We are a republic that is based on the rule of law, and that you are going to get what you put into it. If you decide that you're going to work hard, chances are that life's going to turn out for you. Yes, we're going to experience tragedy, we're going to experience hardship, and life is not easy at times, but at the same time, what are you going to do about it? Or what are you going to do when you have a problem? What are you going to do when you have an obstacle? Are you going to complain to somebody? Are you going to whine? Are you going to expect other people to fix your problems? Or are you going to fix it yourself? Now, of course, nobody lives through this life alone. We all have support structures. We have friends. We have family. We've got many people that are other veterans, etc. But at the end of the day, we are largely responsible for our own lives. And that's what I always try to teach them. I said, you can do what you want to do. You're just going to have to sacrifice enough to do it. And yes, every now and then you do get thrown a serious wrench in the gears, so to speak. But it's how you respond to that really matters. The second thing that I taught them, I taught every single class, was that it is okay to disagree with people that are in charge. Of course, oftentimes you have to be tactful. Oftentimes, tact, it's not going to get you anywhere, but it's okay to disagree. Have your facts in a row. Have your case stated and in a row before you decide that you're going to disagree. Have your talking points, have your evidence. We all have to have evidence for the things that we believe in. But I always told them that it's okay to disagree with people in authority. Oftentimes it's better not to say anything at all, but sometimes it's necessary. Sometimes that's okay. And I told them that goes at the school level. That goes with your professors in college, that goes with people that are supposedly running the country. I mean, that goes for people that are even at the highest levels. It's okay to disagree with them. And I said that oftentimes that people in charge may be the least knowledgeable. They may be the kind of people that act like they know what's going on, or they know what they're talking about, but oftentimes that may not be the case. So it's okay to disagree. Oftentimes the public school system force feeds kids to, you have to say this, you have to put this answer on the test, don't think for yourself, whatever the teacher says is the case. I tried not to do that in my classroom. I really tried to open up the case. I always would make them take disagreeing stances on things at times, made them defend their positions. And one of the biggest compliments that I ever got as a high school teacher was, especially when I was teaching the Federalist and Anti-Federalist debates for American history class, a lot of the times the students, at the end of the semester, and this happened twice, I taught the class twice, and they said that they couldn't tell whether I was a Federalist or an Anti-Federalist, and I said, man, then I did my job. And of course they were able to defend their own positions, and that was one of the more rewarding times at all that I've ever had teaching. And so when I would communicate with them, always have the facts, have your evidence. It's okay to disagree, you know, try to be respectful. Sometimes it's time not to be respectful anymore, but at the end of the day, you know, at least have facts and evidence on your side. You know, just repeat what other people say. You know, come to your own conclusions. And I'll leave a nail biter for you. And the third thing that I always told them, I hope there's a bunch of them watching this video. The third thing that I told them was there are two. This is a gross oversimplification, but it's funny. And the third thing that I told them was there's two types of people in this country. There's Elvis people and Beatles people. I'm going to let you all figure that one out. It has nothing to do with music. If you found the topic interesting, subscribe to the channel. And if you want to learn more about our country's history and you want to learn how to protect yourself and your family, come on out to Valor Ridge. We can help you do that. This is Reid Henrichs with Valor Ridge reminding you the lessons that we learn are written on the tombstones of others. We'll see you on the ridge.